Hey guys, welcome back to 50 Days of AFL Fantasy. Today I'm talking about Paul Curtis of the North Melbourne Kangaroos, a small forward option there for us. He's only 22 years of age and averaged 71 last year from his 19 games played. Had a high score of 110 and a low score there of 43. Did turn up just the one time there with that high score. But yeah, looking at the forward depth for the North Melbourne Kangaroos here, you got Harry Sheezel and Jai Simpkin as the number one and two forward options there. Obviously, Harry Sheezel leagues above the rest. He just gets everywhere. He's not just a forward in my mind. He's a midfielder. He's a defender. I've got him pretty much on all the depth charts for the Kangaroos because he just gets everywhere. But yeah, so Simpkin after that, who is again traditionally a midfielder, gets a little bit forward, obviously, has the status to prove it. But then it's Paul Curtis. Paul Curtis, the 22-year-old. You don't hear too much about North Melbourne forwards the last few years, but this guy is a pretty high draft pick from a few years ago. And yeah, averaged 71 last year from that 19 games to make him the third best forward at North Melbourne for the year ahead. After that, you got some names, or one name I haven't heard too much of in Cooper Trembath, who averaged 60. So 11-point drop off from Curtis to the next best. Nick Larkey, Zerha, obviously they're every week. They're the key forwards. They're not accumulating quite as much. Same with Jack Darling. He's on the older side there, 33, and this could be one of his last seasons, I'd say. Zach Fisher, who was taking kick-ins defensively for a bit, I don't see him as very fantasy relevant as a forward if he is playing forward. So if he is taking kick-ins though, potentially he will get a bit of a bump. Cooper Harvey, Charlie Spargo, Zach Banch, sorry. Yeah, goodness me, there's a lot of small forwards here at North Melbourne. Yeah, none of them are getting the ball much though. Charlie Spargo coming from the Demons. We'll have to see how he fits in to the upcoming season. I'd say he might jump in ahead of some of these other guys. Zane Dersma, though, was a pick 3, I think, from 2 years ago, or 4, sorry. It was pick 4 from 2023 draft, I think. And he is yet to pop as well. I think he does have defensive status for the season ahead, but I see him mainly as that forward option. He did have a very good fantasy draft year in his under 18 leagues, but just hasn't been able to convert it to AFL just yet. Matt Whitlock there, another draftee from a couple of years ago, pretty defensively minded as well, I think. So, yeah, none of these guys are really coming for the top spot at North Melbourne. They might get a bit more on the field this year, but I don't think they're going to pop and take any of the numbers away from some of these top guys. Braden George, though, and Lockie Doverston, high draft picks. Braden George, I think, in particular, has not been talked about enough, mainly because he has had 2 ACL injuries already in his short career. But he was picked in a first round with Harry Sheezel, I think, and George Wardlaw, or was it the year before that? I can't remember now, but yeah, he was in the first round draft pick a few years ago and very highly touted as well. So I'm just keen to see him get on the park at all. Maybe we'll see him take the North Melbourne forward line to another level. Lockie Doverston, this year's draftee, high draft pick, got some great flair to him, this kid. I think he's going to get on the park. And if anything, if he's going to do anything this year, he's going to lift the spirits of North Melbourne fans considerably because this kid has got some real spark to him and he's really exciting and fun to watch. So I think that's just going to be a general uptick for the whole club to have him on the field. And lastly, Hugo Makunda there, mid draftee from this year. We'll see. I think he, might get on the park a little bit, but as you can see, there's a lot of names above him, so we'll don't know how he's going to go. But looking at the top 3, maybe, God, there's so many names there. I don't see why Paul Curtis isn't going to elevate his game even more. He had a fantastic back half of last year, and just needs to lift those floor scores, I guess. But can see he can get up to the triple digits at points, and a lot of last year, I think he was finishing around the 80 mark as well. So a very serviceable forward. And in every year when there's just an absolute, no forwards at all at the top tier, someone like Paul Curtis could end up being an F3 or maybe at worst an F4 or 5 in any team. So keep an eye on him. Again, he's got the age on his side, and I think he's just an exciting one for the future for North Melbourne.